What is the safest location for passengers during an evacuation? At least 100 feet away from the bus and in the direction of oncoming traffic. This ensures passengers remain at a safe distance from potential hazards. All right, moving on. During passenger boarding, what is the safest practice regarding bus movement? Keep the bus completely stationary. This prevents any accidental motion that could lead to injury. Next up, how should a driver respond if a passenger experiences a medical emergency? Stop the bus and call for medical assistance. Immediate action is crucial to address the emergency safely. Let's continue. What is the safest practice when driving in heavy traffic? Increase following distance for safety. A greater gap helps avoid collisions in congested conditions. Now on to the next question. What is the correct stopping distance at a railroad crossing? Stop no closer than 15 feet and no farther than 50 feet from the nearest rail. This ensures maximum safety while allowing clear passage for trains. All right, next. What is the correct response if a passenger falls while boarding? Assist the passenger and report the incident. Providing help immediately minimizes the risk of further injury. Moving along. What is the ideal bus positioning when picking up passengers? Stop smoothly and close to the curb. This makes boarding safer and more convenient for passengers. Next question. What is the legal blood alcohol limit for commercial drivers? 0.4%. Adhering to this limit is critical to ensure driver and passenger safety. Let's keep going. How should a driver handle tailgaters on the road? Increase following distance and let them pass safely. This reduces the risk of a collision caused by sudden braking. On to the next one. What is the proper procedure when approaching a railroad crossing? Stop, look, and listen for trains. This careful approach prevents accidents with oncoming trains. Now let's continue. What is the correct procedure before switching lanes? Check mirrors and blind spots. This ensures that lane changes are executed safely. All right, moving on. How should a driver handle a potentially intoxicated passenger? Allow them on, but monitor their behavior. Vigilance helps maintain a safe environment on board. Next up. What is the correct response if a passenger requires help? Offer assistance or ensure someone else helps. Prompt support is essential for passenger safety. Let's continue. How should a driver communicate with a passenger who appears impaired? Use written communication or gestures. Nonverbal cues can be more effective in such situations. On to the next question. How should a driver address a passenger using a loud device without headphones? Politely ask them to use headphones or lower the volume. This maintains a calm environment for all passengers. All right, next one. How does a bus's braking distance differ from that of smaller vehicles? Longer due to their size and weight. Understanding this difference is key to safe driving practices. Moving on. What pre-trip check should be done concerning items from previous passengers? Inspect for any items left behind. This ensures the bus is clear of hazards before departure. Next question. What is the correct protocol for seatbelt use on a bus? Ensure all passengers are wearing them before driving. Proper seatbelt use is critical for passenger protection. Let's continue. What is the recommended driving adjustment in rainy conditions? Reduce speed and increase following distance. This adjustment minimizes the risk of hydroplaning and collisions. Now, on to the next one. What is the main function of bus mirrors? To see traffic and monitor the passenger compartment. Mirrors are essential for overall situational awareness. All right, moving forward. What is the safest approach when driving downhill? Use a lower gear and avoid constant braking. This helps control the bus's speed and prevents brake overheating. Next up, what is the best lighting and speed strategy when driving in fog? Use low beam headlights and reduce speed. Low beams improve visibility and reduce glare in foggy conditions. Let's keep going. How is the standee line best defined? A line beyond which passengers should not stand. This ensures that standing passengers remain in safe areas. Moving on. How should a driver handle strong wind conditions? Grip the steering wheel firmly and reduce speed if needed. A secure grip and controlled speed help maintain stability. Next question. What should be avoided when operating a manual transmission bus? Coasting in neutral. Avoiding coasting helps maintain better control of the vehicle. All right, next. What is the safest response to a suspected tire blowout? Maintain control, slow down, and pull over safely. This approach minimizes risk while addressing the tire issue. Let's continue. How should a driver correct a bus skid? Steer in the direction you want the bus to go. Proper steering can help regain control during a skid. Next up, what is the safest procedure for passengers disembarking? Bring the bus to a full stop before discharging passengers. A complete stop prevents accidents during disembarkation. Moving on. What is the recommended action if a passenger is causing a disturbance? Stop the bus and seek assistance if needed. Addressing disturbances promptly maintains a safe environment. All right, next one. How is a bus's rider capacity determined? The number of available seats. This ensures the bus is not overloaded beyond its designed capacity. Let's continue. What is the appropriate action when entering a school zone? Reduce speed and be alert for children. Extra caution in school zones helps protect young pedestrians. Now, next question. How should a driver adjust their speed in adverse weather conditions? Reduce speed and adjust driving to conditions. Tailoring speed to weather ensures safer travel. Moving on. What is the proper bus positioning when stopping for waiting passengers? Stop close and parallel to the curb. This positioning facilitates safe and easy boarding. Next up. What is the proper brake application when a bus is equipped with ABS? Brake normally without pumping. Trusting the ABS system ensures optimal braking performance. Let's keep going. How should a bus navigate a turn safely? Swing wide to accommodate the bus's length. Wider turns help prevent collisions with obstacles. Onward. What should a driver do if a passenger is disruptive? Stop the bus and ask them to leave or contact authorities. Swift action can de-escalate potentially dangerous situations. All right, next question. What should a driver communicate to passengers before departure? Inform them of the bus rules and emergency exit locations. Clear communication ensures everyone knows how to stay safe. Let's continue. What is the recommended following distance in heavy traffic? Increase following distance for safety. Maintaining extra space helps avoid sudden collisions. Next question. How should a driver respond to a passenger asking about the route? Provide the requested information or direct them to someone who can help. Clear guidance improves passenger confidence and safety. Moving on. What action can help prevent a collision with another vehicle? Steer and brake simultaneously. This combined maneuver allows for better collision avoidance. All right, next up. How should a driver handle a passenger's large luggage? Store it securely in the luggage compartment or designated area. Proper storage prevents luggage from becoming a hazard. Let's keep going. What precaution is required when driving in low clearance areas? Know the bus's height and the structure's clearance. Being aware prevents accidental damage to the bus or surroundings. Next question. How should a driver handle a passenger complaint? Listen to their concerns and address them appropriately. Effective communication helps resolve issues quickly and safely. On to the next one. What is the proper gear strategy when descending a slope? Shift to a lower gear and use engine braking. This technique maintains control and reduces brake wear. Next up, how should a baby be safely accommodated on the bus? The baby should have its own seat with a proper child restraint system. Ensuring proper seating protects the youngest passengers. Let's continue. What is the proper procedure for navigating a roundabout? Yield to vehicles already in the roundabout. Yielding prevents conflicts and ensures smooth traffic flow. Moving on. What is the correct management of a bus fire extinguisher? Ensure it is fully charged and easily accessible. Proper maintenance of fire extinguishers is critical for emergency readiness. Next question. How should a driver manage strong crosswind conditions? Grip the steering wheel firmly and be prepared for gusts. A strong grip helps maintain control during sudden wind changes. All right, moving on. How should a driver react to a wrong-way driver on a one-way street? Flash your headlights and sound the horn. Alerting the other driver can prevent a dangerous head-on collision. Next up. What is the correct policy for passengers wishing to bring pets on board? Only service animals or those allowed by policy are permitted. This ensures that only authorized animals are on the bus for safety. Let's continue. How should a bus accommodate a visually impaired passenger with a service animal? The animal may accompany the passenger. Allowing service animals ensures passengers receive necessary support. Moving on. What is the correct headlight usage when driving at night? Use low beams when other vehicles are nearby. Low beams minimize glare and improve safety for everyone. Next question. What is the proper driving behavior in residential areas? Be especially cautious, reduce speed, and watch for children. Extra caution helps protect vulnerable pedestrians in these zones. Let's keep going. How should emergency exits be managed before a journey? They should be inspected daily before driving. Regular inspections ensure all exits are functional in an emergency. Now, next up, what should a driver verify when approaching a tunnel? Ensure you know the clearance height and deactivate any propane or gas systems. This precaution prevents accidents in confined spaces. Moving on. During an emergency, what is the primary responsibility of the driver? Assist passengers while ensuring their own safety. Balancing self-safety with passenger aid is essential in crises. Next question. What should a driver do if a suspicious package is left on the bus? Do not touch it and call the authorities immediately. Following this protocol minimizes risk from potential threats. Let's continue. What is an important pre-trip task concerning lost items? Collect all personal items left behind as lost and found. This helps ensure nothing is overlooked and maintains order. Moving on. What driving technique should be used on slippery roads? Reduce speed and avoid sudden movements. A smooth driving approach reduces the risk of skidding. Next up, what should be checked on a bus when driving in winter conditions? Ensure the bus is equipped with proper tires and chains if necessary. Proper equipment is vital for safe travel in snowy or icy weather.